Good evening, guys. Just as Arsenal have conceded an equaliser by Man United in the FA Cup, standing at 1-1, I am bringing you episode 2 of the Old Firm in England. Now, this is 2 seasons on from the last update I brought you when Celtic finished 14th and Rangers finished rock bottom, therefore Rangers in the Championship. Now, 2 seasons ahead, what's happened? Celtic, 20th, rock bottom of the Premier League and going to the Championship. 8 games, won, 7 drew, 23 lost, 44 scored, 75 conceded, 31 points from 38 games. Now, let's go and check their squad and transfers of the last 2 seasons to see what has made them get relegated. Now, bear in mind, I gave both clubs 100 million in the transfer, or the bank, should I say, and 30 million transfer budget at the very start. So that's more than enough to compete with other teams. Let's see their transfers of the last 2 seasons. So here we go. Last season they brought in Christian Atsu on loan, Wilf Zaha, Andrzej Duda, Sebastian Blanco, Shane Duff and Thiago Ilori. Again, spending 20 million, so that's around 50 million in the opening 2 seasons, so more than enough to compete. But while spending that, I've noticed they have not even made 1 million in transfer in the opening 2 seasons. So we'll go to the next season, which is just finished, which is end of season 3. And what made them get relegated? Well, their signing is not good enough? I have no idea. I haven't even looked. Zach Clough, Chris Solly, Kim Jin-soo, Danny Bath, Tommy Orr, Daniel Ayala, Sonny Luco, Shea Ojo, Varela, Leo Baptisto, Danny Drinkwater. Now, those signings are, as a whole, a lot worse than the first season and second season. They are championship signings, most of them. So it's pretty poor, but another 26 million spent, taking it to 76 million in 3 seasons, and they've just gotten relegated. And they released James Forrest, Amido Balde, sold Effie Ambrose, and let go a few other players. Michael Crowe, we'll just check who he is, I've never heard of him. Michael Crowe for 6 million. Former goalkeeper of Ipswich. Quite a good profit from them. Let go Lee Griffiths, Carl McGregor, Anthony Stokes. And the big one is Andrzej Duda. 1 season at Celtic and he's moved on for 11 million to Bordeaux. And Southampton loaned him out straight away. Absolute madness, spending 11 million to loan a player out. Crazy. So what tactics were they employing? Probably the most common formation on Football Manager, I'd say 4-2-3-1. But to be fair, it's pretty poor. Although they've still got big Virgil van Dijk, Stefan Johansson, and they've got quality front line in Gio Dos Santos, Wilfried Zaha, Leo Baptiste. It's a pretty poor team overall, and you can understand why they got relegated. And I've just noticed that the vacancy is open, which means Ronnie Delia must have been sacked. Okay, so Rangers, the team that got relegated rock bottom in season 1. Well, I've already checked season 2, and they finished 7th in the Championship. So, of course, didn't make it back up. But I will show you the transfers from that season. So, where do you think they finished in season 3 in the Championship? Their second season in the Championship. Let's check. They finished top of the league. Champions by 1 point. 46 games, 25 wins, 10 draws, 11 losses, 78 goals and 56 conceded. Pipped Cardiff at the post and also Bolton by 1 and 3 points, respectively. That was a very, very tight league. You can see even from 8th, Brighton upwards, it's pretty tight. There's only 12 points in it, so pretty tight league. So it looks like they've done quite well to win that. So In case you're not worked out, Celtic will be in the Championship next season. Rangers will be in the Premier League. Let's just see how they have improved over 3 seasons. So we will go to last season's transfers when they finished 7th. 28 million they spent in the Championship. So guys, the money I pumped in, 100 million to each club, has been spent and continues to get spent. So there's no real excuses here, to be honest. Emma Hughes for 7.5 million. Callum Wilson for 9.7 million. Absolute crazy money on bang average players being spent here. They did bring in Haris Vukic on a permanent deal after his loan, where he finished top goal scorer in the first season. But other than that, I'm seeing no value here in bringing those players in. Absolute nuts. We'll see who they let go. Well, there was no big names in the first place, so as you can see, they let go Nicky Law, Cammy Bell, Chris Boyd, David Templeton, Nicky Clark, Conrad Ballatoni, Thomas Rogney, ex-Celtic, and Steve Morrison, who finished top goal scorer with Haris Vukic in the first season. So after finishing 7th in the Championship, let's see the transfers that got them the title and promoted back to the Premiership. 7 million spent, so now we can see it's starting to come into effect. All that spending power that they've done is coming into effect, and they're having to cut back. And to be honest, pretty average signings there. I mean, there's nobody that actually stands out, so they've done well to get promoted. I'm just going to look at their score in a second. I'm surprised they let go Gary Madding because he scores quite a few goals on Football Manager. So we'll check the tactics that the blue side of Glasgow employ. Oh, it's a risky 3-5-2. Flat 5, 2 up front and 3 at the back. And I'm not a fan of 3 at the back, but I know a certain guy who is. Admin Andy at the Football Manager WizKids, he really does have a good tactic for 3 at the back. But as you can see, Callum Wilson, the man they spent nearly 10 million on, 29 goals and 49 appearances. So he's experienced in the Championship, but he looks like the man that has fired them to glory and put them back above Celtic in the old firm in England. Having Celtic been above Rangers the opening 2 seasons, Rangers have overstepped them and back at the Premier League. So guys, that's it. The old firm in England, part 2, 3 seasons in. The Celtic job's available. Ronnie Dealey has been sacked. Celtic are going to the Championship. Rangers are on the way back to the Premier League. Rangers are the top dogs in Glasgow after 3 seasons, after Celtic being top dogs for the opening 2. What next, guys? I'm going to sim another 2 seasons, bring you the old firm part 3 in a few days' time. Boom. Check out the Football Manager WizKids on Facebook and Twitter at the FM WizKids, and also check out our great friends for all the graphics that you can see I have on my game. www.footballmanagercentral.com. Thanks for tuning in, guys. The old firm in England, part 2, done and dusted, and I'm looking forward to bringing you part 3 of the Glasgow sides in England. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.